Well, hey guys, long time no see. Welcome back to Vintiquities. I have been gone because I have another channel called Resin Belle, B-E-L-L-E, and that's where I'm spending most of my time these days. It is a monetized channel, so I have to make money and making videos, but I'm still doing paper crafts every once in a while, and I just wanted to share with you some new papers. Well, not new papers, but re-released, reimagined papers from Tim Holtz. They did a live this past week, or a week ago, something like that. And they are doing some releases from the vault. So they're taking old products or old designs that were really popular and bringing them back to life, kind of reimagining them. So like, a paper set that might have come out as a 12 by 12 is now an they have an 8 by 8, or that was originally 8 by 8. They now have a 12 by 12, and they've kind of like refreshed the colors so they're nice and vibrant. And so I got these 3 paper packs, and I thought I would share them with you, and we can just go through and look at them because I think they're pretty cool. If you're interested in that sort of thing, if not, I understand. So I'll move these out of the way. So this one is called Dapper. Dapper, and it comes with all of these. So we'll just open them up. And I love the fact that they're not connected together like in a pad. They're all loose, so that you don't have to tear them out of anything. You don't have to cut off an edge, nothing like that. So I'm kind of excited about this one because I never actually owned this set. So I'm just going to go through it. So this is limited release from the vault, and you can get these on Simon Says Scrap online.com online. And I think most of them sold out of the stock that they had, and now they have a pre-order, so they'll be getting more in. So if you're wanting these papers, I would suggest you do it, because once they have sold out everything, I don't think they're going to be bringing them back. But I could be wrong about that. I think that's what they said. So anyway, so there's 2 of each sheet, and I just thought they were really cool. Love those details. Super cool. So this one, I absolutely love this page. Just so good. These are so wonderful. I mean, I love the typography and the font on that. It's just so good, and the aginess, and absolutely wonderful. And I love like cigar boxes and stuff. And this one I just wanted to frame and put on my wall because it's so yummy. That's going to be great. Now these do have kind of a little bit of an odor, like a print, like ink. It smells like ink. It's not like overwhelming, but you can smell it, like, So that's that one. Love this one. I love all of these. These could be cut apart and used. I think that's really cool. So that's the back side. These are double-sided. Love that. How cool does that look? Super cool. Okay, and then this one's pretty cute. I love that it's kind of like that reversed kind of blue. And then this is really cool looking as well. Too neat. I love this. I love that it's not all just perfectly straight and perfect, because there's like a realness to it with that whole kind of like wonky, like he said. I love this one. And that is the back. Kind of a check. I do love that they're not as muted, I guess, as the old sets. Like, they had a certain kind of muted overall look to them. Like they were not out of focus, but like there was a wall of smoke in front of them almost. So I'm really excited to get these ones, and they're a lot more vibrant than the old sets of paper used to be. But that's, you know, like Tim was explaining on his live, is that, you know, the printing technology has changed quite a lot. I love that blue, so cool. And so they're able to change things up a little bit and, you know, do things that they couldn't do before. I love this kind of floral pattern here, is pretty cool, and that looks really neat. I feel like this in particular would be really cool in a dollhouse if you had multiple sheets of it. Like this would be on the wall and this would be the floor, you know? That would be really cool. Okay, and then we have these. I love these. This is really cool. Just so many. You can kind of see the scale of that, but I mean, you could cut those out and put them on bottles for, like, you know, potion bottles, and I mean, you could do all kinds of cool stuff with those. I love that there's so many and they're not overlapping. I love that. You can use them in so many different ways. And the back is this really cool pattern. Very cool. It almost reminds me of like the liner on the inside of an old, like, suit jacket or something, you know? Pretty cool. Let's see, let's look at this one. This one I think is pretty cool. You know, I can't imagine that I would use it just like this anytime. Like, it's not my vibe. It's totally cool if it's somebody else's vibe, but it's not my thing. I think I would probably cut it apart for the little number tiles and then, you know, ink the edges and use those for something rather than use it as a sheet myself. Just because it's just overall not my graphic. But I do love that edge. You could cut that off and use that. How cool is that? But this is really cute. Look at that. It's kind of like got this kind of a, I don't know if it's gray or black, kind of checkered design in the background, kind of gingham almost, and then it has this blue floral overlaid over the top. Super cute. I love it. Okay, and then this is this one. I think this one is really cool. I love this because it says watches, clocks, jewelry, etc. And the thing is that my parents were jewelers. My grandparents were jewelers. So my grandfather used to work for Rolex, and then later in life he opened his own jewelry store, and he taught my parents how to make jewelry and stuff. So this is kind of cool, and I'll probably end up using that for something cool for my family. And then this is like a very fine, kind of a faint print, like letters and all kinds. And then there's another thing laid over the top. It's just very dimensional and kind of subdued for a great background, I think. And then the last sheet has these really cool, like, men's exercise type vintage graphics, which is pretty cool. And then this sheet is pretty wild. Like, when you get up close it looks really cool, but then when you get it far back it kind of does all these kind of like tricks on your eye kind of thing. But anyway, so yeah, that's all of those, and we'll check out the other one. Okay, so this one is called Abandoned, and this is limited release from the vault. And I actually had this one. I think it was an 8x8. I don't remember for sure, but it's like one of my favorites of his papers that he released. I love the grunginess and the colors, and it's just so good. So I was really excited to get it. I think it was an 8x8, and it was, you know, smaller, and, you know, just so glad that they released it in a larger size. So it has all of these really cool layers and great pictures and colors. Anyway, and so that is the back. It has these really cool designs. I just look at that. Look at it. It's so good. All right. All right, so this one is really cool. This one, like, to me, this one's really great for like steampunk, just because it has kind of like those rusty textures along with the kind of Victorian like fonts and stuff. And then it has this on the back. So that's the two sides. Just so, just the colors, and like, I love the turquoise in there, and there's like music notes, and it's so good. It's so good. It's just awesome. All right. So this one is also a favorite. I love the deep colors of the greens. There's so much you could do with this one. And then you have this really cool design on the back of here. It's almost like a jelly print, I guess. And then there's like, you know, some ledger paper underneath. Just very dimensional. I love it. Okay. And then this one. So this one says, to James Taylor, anatomical bootmaker. Very cool. And then this is the back side of it, and it says South Branch Daily National Bank. It's just really good. I love all the textures, colors, stains, and typography, and all of it together is just wonderful. The way they printed this was just freaking cool. It almost looks like it's metallic and like it almost changes colors, but it's not. It's just a flat printed design. Just how they got that was really cool. Okay, so then we have this one, which is the Auburn, New York. Oh my gosh, so good. And then this is the back side of that, and this is yummy. I love it so much. So good. Okay, and then we have the Hotel Burgundy. Very cool. Love that background font, all the good stuff. And then we have that, and that is the back. So good. So many things you could do with that. Oh, this one, just look at all of that delicious purpley, turquoisey, yummy color and texture, and just and then you have that on the back. Okay. And then this one, we have this. It's very dark, and you can just barely see the text written on there, but it's so cool with the cracks and stuff. And this is the other side of it, all that blue. So good. And this one, the texture, I love the grunge, I love the texture, I love the typography and the words, and I love the layers. It's all just the best. And this is another one of my favorites right here. Love that it has this little bit of music sheet on there. And then this. Okay. And this one. Love that. So many layers of color and dimension there. So good. And this is the other side. And then this is the last one. And it has this. This one's not really my favorite print. Like, I don't think I've ever used that for anything. But there are areas that are kind of cool that could be cut out. Yeah, this is just a little too busy for my tastes, but it's still cool. It's still cool. I still love it. This is really cool. So, you know, lots of uses for that. So let's check out. So that one was abandoned. This is the 12 by 12. They also have it in an 8 by 8. And then I will show you the last one I got. Okay, so this one is called Memoranda. And this is one that I never actually got to have, and so I'm glad that they re-released it in this larger size. And this one just speaks to my little vintage heart, you guys. You know how I love the vintage stuff. I love the old papers, and all of the details on here are wonderful. So then we have this on the back. It's really, really great. Okay. So these are the two sides of this, and I love that they took this small print and blew it up on the back of this one. So there's that one. I'm not a huge fan of yellow, but this one has more of a gold tone, and it's just so, what do I want to say? Elegantly vintage grunge. Elegant vintage grunge. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It's really great. I love it. Okay. So these two are very similar, but also very different, a little bit different, just different enough. And it has like this kind of cello tape coolness on it, where the pieces were just added, you know. That's pretty cool. So I do have another small shipment from Simon Says Stamp coming soon. That is another of the vault releases that I ordered some of that cello tape from, so I'm excited to try it. Yeah, this one is this. So my last name is Jones, so I love this page. It's so cool, and it's on, you know, the kind of blue floral background, and that blue is like my favorite color, so it's just kind of fun, you know. I'm probably gonna put that in my junk journal somewhere. So that's those two, the front and back. And so here's that one. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. Look how cute that is. Love it. Love it. All right, so these are the two sides of this one. So this background is actually shown up here as well. So check that out. Love that kind of a gray blue. It's kind of a gray blue-gray color on the back. And then this wonderful kind of map type thing here with all this layering up right there. Love this. Love that. So good. Okay. So these are the two sides of this one. Just really cool. Really, really cool. Now I'm actually going to try to use this up. I'm tired of like saving these papers and then just, you know, why save your papers? Use them up. Make something with them, you know. Why save them just because you love it as it is? Like, make something with it and then love that, you know. I ain't about hoarding papers anymore. I'm over that. I'm over it. I'm gonna make something cool and enjoy it. What do you guys think? Are there still scrapbookers and junk journalers out there? You wouldn't know it by the shrinking like paper crafts department in like the hobby stores. It's very disheartening when you go in and you try to find something and it's just such a tiny, tiny selection, or like half an aisle or a single aisle, where it used to be like, you know, 8 aisles full of paper crafting awesomeness, you know. You know, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I love this. Oh gosh, I love this. It's so cute. I'm gonna have so much fun using this. I'm gonna create a new junk journal, I think, and I'm gonna use this paper for it because it's so good. It just makes me so happy. It's like the grunge, and there's a lot of the blues that I love, and just good. It's just good. Yeah. There's those two. Love the printing and then the staining on that. Really good. And I love the kind of, you know, old movie thing there. It's pretty cool. Well, this one is very dramatic. It's very, like, you know, Gone with the Wind almost. It's a very dramatic floral print. Yeah. So much good stuff. I love that. You could like even cut that out. Just so good. Anyway, so that's the end of that one, and I believe that's the last one. So hopefully you enjoyed this little peek. If you didn't catch Tim's live a week ago, not his last one, but the time before last, Tim's actually kind of like not doing the designing and stuff of new products and stuff anymore. Like, I think they're focusing on re-releasing some older stuff, which is, I think, is pretty cool. They had some great stuff that could be reimagined and re-released, which I'm super happy about. I'm cool with that. You know, and he's kind of like taking a little moment. You know, he's going to get back to making things, and I don't blame him. You know, he's worked hard for us all these years. He gets to have some fun too. But anyway, I am very excited about their vault releases, and I am truly, truly crossing my fingers. And yeah, so that is it for the vault papers that I got, and I will have another show and tell here pretty soon. As soon as my next shipment comes in. So I am trying to be very careful about my spending right now, and yeah, just have a few more things coming. But oh, and I'm super crossing my fingers for Halloween release. I am just, please release some from the vault Halloween stuff. I gotta have it. This cannot be the end of the Tim Holtz Halloween stuff. Anyway guys, all right, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.